Well, hello! Welcome! I'm so happy to see you on this day. I was just getting ready to read some stories. Is that why you're here? Lovely. Well, if you have a favorite blanket or pillow or toy, I'll wait right here while you run and go get it. Wonderful. Are you sitting or lying down somewhere comfortable? Great. Well, let's get started with the story, shall we? This story is called The Tortoise and the Hare. Do you know what another word for tortoise is? Turtle. Yes. A turtle is also called a tortoise. Do you know what another word for hare is? A rabbit. Sometimes people call rabbits hares. Ha! We learned something new today, didn't we? Well, let's get started with the story, shall we? There once was a speedy hare who bragged about how fast he could run. Tired of hearing him boast, slow and steady, the tortoise challenged him to a race. All the animals in the forest gathered to watch. The hare ran down the road for a while, and then he paused to rest. He looked back at the slow and steady tortoise, and he cried out, "How do you expect to win this race when you are walking along at your slow pace?" The hare stretched himself out alongside the road and fell asleep, thinking, "There is plenty of time to relax." Slow and steady, the tortoise walked and walked. He never, ever stopped until he came to the finish line. The animals who were watching cheered so loudly for Tortoise that they woke up the hare. Hare yawned and stretched and began to run again. But it was too late. Tortoise had already won the race. After that, the hare always reminded himself, "Don't brag about your lightning pace, for slow and steady won the race." That's a good story, isn't it? I like it. It's one of my favorites. Would you like to hear another one? All right. Well, this one is called The Pitcher and the Crow. There once was a crow who was terribly thirsty. He noticed a bit of water at the bottom of a tall clay pitcher. Now, his beak was too wide and the pitcher too thin to poke his thirsty tongue down in. "What shall I do?" thought the crow. "I'll think and think. I must get myself a drink." "Aha!" exclaimed the crow as an idea came to him. He took a pebble in his beak and he dropped it over the pitcher's brim. Plop, plop. He dropped two more in. On and on he went, and one by one the pebbles fell, slowly making the water swell until it was easily within the reach of his thirsty tongue. "Ah," he said as he took a drink, "no problem is too big when I think and think." That's a good lesson for us to learn today, isn't it? No problem is too big, that we can't think and think a way to figure out the problem and solve it. Thank you for coming today. You can come any time you'd like, and I will read you another story.